moved.
Motion by Chad,
I'll second.
second by Josh. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion passes. And the next item is the land transfer agreement. Mr. Murphy?
Okay, so before we go through this, I kind of want to go through the process a little bit just to make sure we kind of understand what this looks like. So if there is an agreement and a motion made and a second by our board, and the motion carries, it would then move on to Sylvan Lucas's board meeting on Monday, okay, where they would do the same thing, okay? There would need to be a first, a second, motion would need to pass. If both boards agree to the terms in the agreement, the next step would be then us getting all the rest of the paperwork done to send on to the state board. So that's kind of the process. It does say that they have 90 days to look at it. I don't know what their timeline would be on that, but it would not take effect till July 1 of 2027. So I want to take some time and go through this. I'll answer what questions I can. If you guys have questions, if I can't, I'm going to turn those over to KSD and try to find the answers for you guys. Just understand that something of this magnitude has not been done before, and there's a lot of new people at KSDE as well. So usually when I ask them questions, they have to pull their legal team and their expertise in on it to get questions as well. So I'll spend some time going through this, and if I get going too fast or you guys have questions, please just stop me at any time. Okay, so first page agreement says the Board of Education of USD112 Ellsworth County would be called the transferring district, where district number 299, Lincoln County, would be called the receiving district. Both districts do hereby agree to the territory being transferred between the unified school districts in accordance with this agreement. This agreement is made in accordance with authority conferred by KSA 72-532. So the first item that's on here is it's understood that this agreement is not effective until approved by the State Board of Education. Number two, the agreement shall be effective on the date specified by the State Board of Education. And then it has the following: described territory is agreed to be transferred from the transferring district to the receiving district. So A, the following tract of land is to be transferred from USD 112 to USD 299. I'm not going to read through that whole thing unless you guys want me to on the land, but it does have the map on there if you want to switch back to land transfer boundary A. Sorry, land transfer boundary exhibit A does have what USD 112 looks like now, shaded in gray. And then the gray shaded area that has the lines through it would be the territory that would be agreed in the transfer. So whenever we talk about Exhibit A, and Exhibit B are both the same exhibits, but one is in line to what would be transferred and what the district would look like after a transfer is made. So it does go through the legal description prepared by Kirkham Michael for us on the tract of land that's to be transferred from USD 112 to USD 299. It does also have that the above described description was prepared by Tyson L. Lesage with Kirkham Michael, and it has the date on there. I'm at the top of page 3. So then Exhibit A goes with that. So at the top of page 3, B says included in the transfer is the closed attendance building known as Wilson Elementary School. All buildings that are constructed on transferred ground will be included in the transfer. All furnishing, technology, and materials that are in the building as of July 1st of 2027 will be included in the transfer. I do want to talk a little bit about D. D would be taxes in process for September of 2027 and October of 2027. From the transferred land area will be distributed proportionally from USD 112 Central Plains to USD 299 Sylvan Lucas. No other district funds will be bound with this agreement. So those two payments that we're going to receive for our capital outlay in our LOB budget in September and October will be based on the whole district. They're not going to have time to cut the amount that's out and get that to the district that actually would own the land in September and October. Okay, so what we would do at that time is we would redistribute those dollars, and that's not going to be easy, Okay, because LOB estimations, when we added all the numbers up for last year, was about $22,225, and then capital for those 2 months was $9,718. The hard part about that is all of the amount in Lincoln County would be easy because that's all going to go. All of what we own now in Lincoln County is going to go that direction. But proportionally, not all Russell County and not all Ellsworth County is going to go. So we're going to have to be able to get a percentage of what's being transferred as a whole of Ellsworth County that we would remain in the district to be transferred, if that makes sense. Okay, so I just wanted to share those two numbers with you guys as well on what we're talking about with taxes in process. So if you can't add the LOB and the capital together, but you've got $22,000 on one side and a little under 10,000 on the other side, proportionally amount of that would be transferred to Sylvan Lucas, where those tax dollars are following the land that's owned in the district.
And that's the September and October together.
Yeah, and sometimes the different counties send them at different times, but that's supposed to be the months that they're due for. Okay, January 1st is our next payment, and at that time, they would have it divided up where it needed to go. So, okay, number 4, I'm on page 3. Says, if applicable, the following described territory is agreed to be transferred from the receiving district to the transferring district. It's not applicable in this situation because Sylvan Lucas is not transferring any land in our district. So.
That one confused me as to why we included in Exhibit B if it was not applicable.
I think this went kind of along with that.
And it clearly says marked Exhibit B, but I don't know what it.
Here, insert description of the territory or attached description to this form marked Exhibit B and make a reference. Yeah, so this document is from the state of Kansas with the transfer. So basically, that's not applicable in that situation because it's not.
I would mark the map in Exhibit B.
Right.
Especially since it's the same thing as Exhibit A.
Yeah. So I'm going to skip around just a little bit, Kayla, because this might help answer your question. I'm going to skip to page, the land. Page 10, halfway down, is what we have marked Exhibit B in this, is the map of what would be left of USD112 Central Plains after the transfer is complete. So that was just an example of what they would want marked Exhibit B if it was applicable in that situation. Since it's not applicable in the situation, what we have marked as Exhibit B is the document showing what the USD112 would look like afterwards. So. Okay, so moving down, the estimated assessed valuation for the territory in paragraph 3, and again, that's estimated assessed valuation, is $20,734,418. 6, if the transfer is approved, the boundary description of the unified school district entering into this agreement will be as follows. Here, provide the amended boundary description. So it says that the following tract of land is updated and described for USD 112 after the land transfer is approved. So it does go through all of what the boundary would be of USD 112 if it's approved. And then you can look at Exhibit B and Exhibit A are exactly the same. It just has the shaded area that would be USD 112 if the land transfer was approved. So Exhibit A, Exhibit B are the same. They both show the same things, but we marked one Exhibit A and Exhibit B just to make sure that we were trying to follow to the best of our abilities this document.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Really, it's for the board members. Did anybody check the line-by-line description of the land transfer area?
Illegals?
Yeah, did anybody go through it and actually check to see if it's correct or accurate or not?
I didn't.
Nobody?
I did.
I just,
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
So,
Are they accurate?
yeah. thought I'd ask because I thought it was important.
Okay, so I'm moving down on page 10, B, that says the following tract of land in the updated description for USD 299 if the land transfer is approved. So it does have the legal land description on there as well. And then it has it marked Exhibit C that's attached to the agreement for what would be USD 299 Sylvan Lucas School District if the transfer is complete. So you can find Exhibit C on there. It does have what USD 299 looks like now and what it would look like if the land was approved to be transferred to their district. So. Okay. I'm on page 16 now, number 7. The board of the transferring district and the board of the receiving district do hereby declare that they believe the transfer of the territory herein agreed to is in the best interest of their school district and to the state of Kansas moving forward. Number 8 just has us put the days in there if it is adopted, if there is a motion made and it does pass. And then it has our board president sign that document right there. And then we would attach board minutes to this as well moving forward. And again, I can read through all the legal descriptions, but they're the same legal descriptions that are on that map if you guys would like me to. So moving forward into this item, at this time, you guys can have any discussions you want to have. If somebody wants to make a motion to move forward, they can do that. And second, then you guys can vote. If there's other discussions that you guys want to have at this time with any part of this, this would be the time to do it. So I'm going to open the floor up to you guys. Allison, can you hear okay? Yeah, okay.
Well, I guess I'll say something if no one else has anything to say. I'm really probably more of a statement for the people that may be watching this streaming that's in the land transfer area. I had the opportunity last night to attend a community meeting at 299 in Sylvan, where the school board and the superintendent laid out the plan for the land transfer and the economic effects of that transfer to USD 299. I will say that I thought the presentation was really well done and really well constructed and very clear and concise and good for them for laying it all out there on the table. I think I came away from that meeting being a little concerned that the school board in 299 is worried about being overrun by the people that they're absorbing into their district. It's a large percentage of their valuation is being absorbed by this land transfer, and there's some concern, I think, in the community and amongst the school board. It would appear that they're going to lose, they could lose control of the board. And so they've taken proactive steps to counter that. And what the upshot of all that is that representatives from the land transfer area to the school board will not be available for election until 2029. So it's just something to be aware of, that this land transfer process takes a number of years to fully develop and fully execute. And if people watching this meeting think that signing this document and approval by USD 299 means all of a sudden the world opens up, it's going to take a lot more time than that to work the kinks out of it and for the board to reshape and become something that's representative of all the people that are in the existing 299 plus the land transfer area. So that's just some concerns I had that people might be expecting some really rapid transfer of energy and representation, and it's going to be several years before that even starts to happen. So, put the brakes on it. That's it.
What is the process for the state?
Say that one more time.
What is the process, for instance, is both approved by both boards and it's in the state? What is the process, their process?
Their process is they would have to approve it in a board meeting, in a state board meeting, so.
But I mean, what do they look at when they go?
They look at, so one, if this is approved on both sides, we have to turn in some other documents which show headcount enrollment, like what it's been over the past couple of years, what it's gonna look like going into next year, if it's gonna be any changes. Assess valuation, what our valuation was before, what our valuation would be after, the same thing with theirs. And then a lot of the same items that are in this as well, so.
They do look at a lot more than just, boundaries.
Yes, yep.
Well, I will make the motion to approve the agreement for transfer of territory between USD 112 and USD 299.
There's a motion by Kayla. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And a second by Tom. Any further questions, comments, discussions before we vote? Would you like me to do a roll call or just?
Whatever you would prefer to do in this situation. Want to do a roll call?
We did roll call last month. I think this one's fine. So all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Allison's giving us a thumbs up, okay? So just so everybody knows.
Okay. I would entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Also moved.
Motion by Josh. Second by Chad. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Thank you, everybody.
Allison, have a good trip, okay?